Hey, how are you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to try something a little bit different. So I did mention that I'm a shade tree mechanic, and I am. Uh, I've owned three Jeeps now in Florida. This is the first Jeep I own without AC, which was a brutal mistake. But let me tell you a little bit about my thought process coming in. So about around winter, around November, December, I got the urge to try to clean up some of the rust in my Jeep. I knew the floor panels were rusted. I just didn't know to what extent. And as I was watching videos of people cleaning up their rust from their floor panels, some of these people actually had to just replace the entire floor panel because it was rusted out. Fortunately, my Jeep has lived in Florida all of its life, so there's no salt in the snow, which is the worst enemy of any vehicle, especially Jeeps. So there wasn't that bad of a rust situation. I was able to clean it with a drill bit meant for steel. I'll get into it in the video. I can't remember the name right now. Anyway, I tore up the carpet. I treated my floor panels with the drill bit and with a wire brush. And then I actually painted with a layer of Rustoleum at first, right? So I just put down a layer of Rustoleum, and then I used a paint called Herculiner. I first tried to use Rustoleum for truck beds, and that didn't work too well. It was expensive, and it wasn't very practical, and it didn't even look that great. Herculiner is really what most experts will advise you treat your Jeep or any truck bed with. Also, as I was in the middle of this, I decided, hey, why not go ahead and install the AC? I did some research. I realized that the Jeep TJ, although it didn't come with AC from factory, it does come with all the wiring. So that's a big one because the one thing I do not want to mess with in a Jeep TJ is wiring. It's my second Jeep TJ, it's my third Jeep overall, and I do not enjoy the wiring in this Jeep. It is very, very flimsy. So the wiring's already there. I went ahead and got the parts. I researched and I found a guy called, he has a channel called Redneck Garage. I'll try to link to it in the post below. But he kind of guided me through a lot of the process. I got 80% done. I dismantled the console. I took out the HVAC unit. I had it laying in my floor right behind me for like 2 to 3 months. And my Jeep was just parked out front without, I had to like turn it over every once in a while, but I wasn't able to drive it. And then one day I just got up like at 6 in the morning. I said, let me just go ahead and do this. I put my HVAC unit back together again without the recirculating door, with the condenser, whatever the part is for the AC, a new heating core. By the way, if you take out your AC unit, put a new heater core every time. It doesn't matter if it looks good. Take the old heated core out and put it in because that is a huge plus. Anywho, let me jump right into the video right now. I hope you enjoy. As you can see, I've already painted the floorboards with this stuff called Herculiner. I originally used spray Rustoleum, but I ended up doing Herculiner instead. I also went ahead and tried to install my AC. These Jeeps TJs have all the wiring ready for the AC installation. I got like 80% there. I could never find the recirculating door, and I just decided to like install this stupid thing without the recirculating door. But more importantly, I wanted to show you some effects from the Jeep that I've already done. Namely, I painted the Tuffy box with the Herculiner. I also painted the rear with the Herculiner, but it's a mess right now. So I got all my tools. I got some of the vents from the AC unit in there. And what I'm looking to do right now is probably finish up the AC when it gets a little cooler out, man. I'm gonna have to bear this heat for the rest of August and probably into September, but I had to rip out this entire console. It wasn't easy. As you can see, the vent is still up. It's a mess. I got duckies laying around everywhere. There we go. There they go. There's more duckies. I like this guy. It's a little cute ducky. I also have the penguin ducky. I love this guy. Anyway, what I'm going to do right now is probably show you the video of how I came to actually clean out the rust in these baseboards. I just unplugged this yesterday because it rained, so I'm gonna have to clean this part up. But I do have a video of what I used, the tools that I used in order to clean up the rust. This is just leaves. This is the unfortunate side effect of being a shade tree mechanic. You get all the oak just kind of raining on you. I have a drill bit, Avanti Pro. It is a 4-inch diameter bit. It is a quick strip disc, and that's what I'm doing to take care of the rust spots on my Jeep. This is what the drill actually looks like. I got an old Black & Decker drill, and this is a floorboard for a Jeep TJ. Jeep TJ. I am about to dismantle the entire console. I'm going to put a front loaded head, in other words, just a head with a couple tweeters, nothing too fancy. I'm going to put brand new kicker speakers. I'm going to put them in there, and I'm going to paint this entire console Rustoleum black, because the Jeep, as you saw, is black on white. I will continue to film here and there, but let me just give you the hint one more time. Avanti Pro, quick strip disc, and it just goes right on your drill bit. It's very simple. I've already treated the rust right here, and I will show you a video of how I can treat the rust quickly. I can't see a rust spot anymore because I've been tearing this up, but there's a little bit of a tiny rust spot right below the rust spot that I just cleaned right there. Let me show you this quick. So once you get the hang of this, it is very easy to use. I have superficial rust, to be sure. I don't need to replace floor panels. Some of the videos I've watched out there, guys have to have, or ladies have had to replace floor panels. I do not have to do that, so I can get away with using this Avanti Pro quick strip disc, which goes on my drill bit. And I've already cleaned up a lot of the rust. Unfortunately, I just started recording a little late. I will continue to film, but for now, I just wanted to give you that quick heads up. Have a good one. Bye. Okay, so I've gone ahead and used my drill bit to drill out all the rust. I've already painted just a little spot there just to try to avoid any more rust accumulating overnight, since I do live in Florida. And now I have washed this floorboard or floor pan, and actually, as you can see, I have a drain open right there, and I'm going to keep it open. And right now I'm just drying it up with a lint-free cloth. I'm also scrubbing it with this guy. These you could find at an auto parts store. They're meant to clean drum brakes, which I do have a set of drum brakes in the back, and I use these guys to clean them out so they don't squeak, although they still squeak, but they're in good shape. And I'm using this wire brush to get on those difficult spots. So for instance, I have a little bit of a leftover, just a little bit of a leftover dirt grime here, and I'm getting in that spot just to cleanse it out, and then I just wipe it off with my cloth. And I'm getting really quite ready to start painting. A lot of these wires are unnecessary. I'm going to disconnect the amp in the back
I'm just going to go ahead and install my speakers, my new speakers, kicker, and I'm going to install a head with a couple of tweeters. Nothing too fancy, just something to listen to some sound on the road. And the only wire I'm going to leave is that red wire you see there. That's the tail light. I definitely can't have that. But I'm just making sure that, you know, I don't disconnect the wrong wires here. But most of these wiring is for the amp in the back, and I definitely don't. I'm not looking to use an amp or a sound bar, which I do have. And all right, I cleaned off these spots, and now what we're going to do is we're going to start applying some of this paint. I got the Rustoleum textured. You know, I don't really know much about paint. I just know Rustoleum is Rustoleum. And at this stage, I know that I'm ready to apply paint. There are some rust spots still in there. As you can see, the little dark like freckles. Those are where the heavy rust used to lay. There's even a little spot right here from the rust that was there. But very simple application. It's just paint. And I'm doing this willy-nilly right now because I actually have a finish, truck liner finish, that I'm going to apply after I'm done with this. But for now, it looks like it's going to rain tomorrow. By the way, I'm also going to paint this. It's a Tuffy box setup that came with the Jeep when I got it. I only got this Jeep for 40,000 miles about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's only got 110,000 miles. So yeah, it's worth the effort. So yeah, so right there, I'm applying that Rustoleum on the bare metal because I went ahead and drilled it with my trusty drill bit, and I'll keep you posted.